What's going on, guys? My name is Citizen, and welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. A surprising developer letter has officially dropped over on, well, in Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra, but also on their X account. So this right here is the developer letter for that was literally released earlier today. And after getting like my eyes on this developer letter, this is probably going to change Squadra, hopefully for the better. Now, why I say that is because they addressed a lot, and I mean a lot of things. So we're going to go into it, and then I'm going to give my honest thoughts and opinions on the matter, and then again, what players can kind of expect moving forward. So thank you very much for your continued support of Squadra. In this developer letter, we'd like to share some information regarding the Star Collection system and hero requirements. So if you are not familiar with the Star Hero system, so it basically is not friendly to anybody that isn't brand new. If you're brand new, the star system is going to probably be your best friend because you can unlock every character, especially when you're coming into season 2. You get all the premium units from season 1 more easily accessible. But if you're like myself or any other people where it is you're in the higher tiers, like hundreds, it is very hard to get any of the new characters, let alone a lot of the perks from the Star Collection system. So I like that they're addressing that. Please note that details are still being discussed internally, and any and all information presented here may change in the future. So again, take everything that you hear today with a grain of salt. With that in mind, we would like to maintain transparency as much as possible so that our players can confidently enjoy Squadra. Again, literally what I was saying in my previous video, that like, again, as long as they give some form of communication, that's going to go a longer way than them staying silent and then just randomly dropping something. So not only did we get information the other day on in game, but then quickly they addressed the Star Collection in a developer letter. So the intents and purposes of the Star Collection. Originally, the Star Collection system's objective was to streamline the enjoyment of upgrading heroes and acquiring new heroes. Specifically, we wanted to provide an experience where players did not feel as though they had to do nothing else to do after acquiring their one and only favorite character, or feel as though acquiring or rarely used characters felt unappreciated in the game. I would also add, or if you didn't feel like paying for the heroes outright, like it was something to like aspire to, right? A singular system that would provide long-term goals as well as general enjoyment for all players. In conclusion, through both player feedback and actual numerics from season 0 and 1, we realized that the Star Collection system is complicated and does not deliver in terms of fun long-term goal. So also with hero acquisition intents and purposes. So these are both the intents of what they were supposed to be versus the updates of what's going to happen. So in Squadra, players acquire new heroes through the Star Collection system, progressing it by upgrading already acquired heroes. This was to provide purpose for the characters that players may not directly interact with through gameplay, resulting in an environment where everyone would feel naturally be inclined to have every hero character, regardless of personal preference, usability. Similar to the Star Collection system itself, player sentiments have been made clear that the current convoluted experience simply isn't fun. With that in mind, we are currently working on changes for further improvements. So part of this is once you get to a certain threshold, to get to the Star Collection like figurine being at a higher tier, the hero memories required would be in the thousands, and when they're only giving like 65 maybe or 50, and then it gets progressively lower because that's their way, like similar to games that have like stamina. After you deplete your resources, you kind of have to like pay, but they don't even have that here. Just the more you play, the more you actually get penalized, the less hero memories you get, all the way up to only getting 1 hero memory per match. At that point, you're just grinding ladder. But if you're like the number 1 player in the world, regardless of whatever role, you really don't have anything to aspire to other than keeping your rank, I guess. But like, you know, you're not grinding for any heroes because, well, they are limiting you to only 1 hero memory, and it may not even be the character you only use. It could be a completely random character, which obviously is part of that convoluted system they're talking about. Anyways, now updates. So these are the long-term improvements. We believe that Squadra is in need of a new system to replace their Star Collection system in its current shape. The team is hard at work to provide for a more easy to understand and lasting system to satisfy every player. This change to the Star Collection will also mean a new method of hero acquisitions. Please note that this new direction we're working on will not mean an instantaneous way of acquiring new heroes for all players, whether they are introduced or allow players to hoard in-game resources so that they can save up, immediately acquire said new heroes the day of their appearance in game. Our objective is to lessen the confusion, streamline the experience, and provide easy to understand system that allows players to have long-term fun while pursuing goals where they feel their time and efforts are respected. Because we do hope that players will still devote a certain degree of time and effort to acquire the heroes, assuming you're not buying them. These changes, though, will not be available overnight. Again, Rome wasn't built in a day. Things are going to take time, long story short. They will be large-scale changes, as such will require multiple seasons for it's implemented in-game. So basically, long story short, we are working on improvements. However, it's going to be... Mind you, the incrementation is like, I think 2 to 3 months. So like we're probably not expecting anything real to change or happen probably for another 6 months at best. So 2 more seasons. So take that with a grain of salt, guys. However, in its place, short-term improvements. We also understand that big changes take a long time does not excuse us from doing nothing in the meantime. I appreciate that. Updates and changes below will be made in coming weeks so that our players do not feel as though they cannot enjoy Squadra in the long run or as though their current playtime is wasted. So, there are 5 changes. Implementation of weekly rotating missions that reward a hero. This is beautiful. If you've played any other game, there are multiple MOBAs and multiple games that when they release a new character, now, mind you, it might not be the newest unit, but there's something to go towards. So maybe in the outside of the trial run, it could be this week's hero that you can grind towards is Trunks. So if you don't have Trunks, you do these missions and you unlock Trunks for free. I think that's great because now not only will that incentivize players to continue playing the game, but you can use that as an opportunity to expand your role palette. So like, okay, cool. I'm only a DPS, but like I kind of want Trunks. So, I'll do my DPS missions. I'll dabble in tech and I'll dabble in tank. So I think that's really good. Increasing hero memories received from battle results. Again, I just explained that. So obviously, again, more is better. Adding more events that reward Zenny and hero memories. I think that's awesome. I think that, again, like the Zenny event, or the Bulma capsule thing, it's like they go through so fast, and then like once you use them, like it's again only 1,000, 1,500 maybe. Like I would like to see a higher incrementation, which I'm looking at number 5, and I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Upgrading the items available from the daily shop and increasing Zenny available from reading the news. So I want to more in consideration. We'll start from December. So I want to talk about these 2 for a second. I feel like I already got the upgrading the items available from the daily shop already. I woke up and I just went into the game. I always collect my dailies, and normally it's only like 100 coins you would get from the daily shop. Bro, the freebie was 3,000 Zenny off rip. Now that is what I'm talking about, because that would guarantee a star level in the collection system. That is beautiful. We need more of that. The large amounts of Zenny, bro. Because again, if you're going to make it to where it's like 7,500 Zenny, I don't know where you expect me to get that. Your missions are only giving me 100 Zenny per mission. You know what I mean? Like that, a free 3,000 Zenny from the daily shop. Oh, mwah, chef's kiss. And then increasing Zenny available from the news. Again, it's kind of like the same thing. It's only like 100 or 300 right now, if that. Or if it's like something that's egregious, 1,000. I think that is very, very good to do as well. All right, and then lastly, we have in closing, due to the nature of development, these are still subject to change. Despite that, we hope that players will understand that we are striving for transparency and sincerity to listen and improve the game for the better of everyone involved. There's still more coming in 2026, as well as our first official tournament, Squadra Blast, which should be in 2 days from now if you're NA. Starting soon, and legendary Super Saiyan everyone knows and love will be making his debut within the month as well, bro. I am so ready. As always, thank you for your passion and continued support with Squadra. Okay, so I do like this. Again, this is what I'm talking about, bro. This is what we needed, man. Just let us know, bro. Just if you just communicate with us, that's gonna go such a long way. I don't care if it's gonna take, you know, some time to implement something, but at least communicate that you acknowledge issues, that you are working on things, that they take time. Like this should have been what was released the minute all the complaints came in, not after, Vegeta released, and then you wait a whole, 2.5 weeks, Gohan's released, and now it's like, okay, now we're gonna, put it in now. This should have been done a long time ago, personally speaking. But again, something is better than nothing, guys. But I think that this is a very good developer letter. I think that they hit the nail on the head on everything. I think these are great changes that are coming to Squadra. So again, if you are a new player or a veteran player, by the time the new Star Collection comes out, it'll be a smooth process. For the time being, though, again, you just gotta keep your head up, push through, and we're gonna get through this together. It is only gonna get better. Squadra has so much potential, and I cannot wait to see where it goes. Good on the developers. Again, I love this game. Squadra Blast is in 2 days, so stay tuned for that. And then Broly's coming out on the 23rd, guys. It is time to be a Squadra fan and a player. It is a good time. Let me know down your thoughts below. Did they hit? Did they miss with this developer letter? My name is Hisson, guys. Take care. Keep on being awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.